Hello, how are you doing? Today I have a super satisfying video for you. Do you enjoy watching people revamp things? Do you like to see a good transformation from messy to clean? Do you want to see some stationery heaven? Well, you are watching the right video. Today I'm setting my desk and reorganize my desk stationery. First, I'm going to clean my messy desk. It gets so messy since I have quite a short desk. In fact, my current markers holder thing takes up almost half of my desk, and I literally don't have space to work. Doing my bullet journal, illustrating products on my iPad and cutting stickers packing order is always such a messy experience. Finally, I can see a desk under all the things I put on it. Now the next step to do is to actually empty my marker holder. This way I can organize the pens. If you didn't notice, and I don't think it's possible, some of the dividers came off and my markers got all mixed up. Once I empty the holder, I can remove it and clean the desk a little bit, so I have the proper space to set the new station. I collected quite some pen during these years of joining the bullet journal community. I always enjoyed colors and markers, but being a university student who lived in a faraway city from home, it didn't make sense to own lots of products. Studying and living alone didn't leave me with lots of time to make pretty notes. I just had to study as efficiently and quick as possible. But after leaving that kind of life behind me and discovering bullet journals, I started to buy some markers. At first, I could only afford Crayolas and midliners. The first were the only brand I could physically find here where I live, while the latter was the only one I could find on Amazon at a good price. We all know they are overpriced, but I couldn't find any packs, just a single pens, and I had to build some stationery, so yeah. Then, with the passing of time and the opening of my bullet journal account on Instagram, I started to discover more brands, and truthfully speaking, brands found me too. I was and still am lucky enough to receive products to make reviews or just to test them. So my stationery did grow quite a lot. It took me more than 3 years, but here I am. Please bear in mind that these are the markers that I use frequently. I have other products that I can keep on my desk. Natalie from the future is speaking. I donated to a local elementary school almost all of the extra stationery, because they were just sitting there collecting dust, and if I can help others, why not doing so? Now it's finally time to reveal my new desk setup. I've been eyeing these cubes for a long time. I think I first saw them in one of my Amanda Lee video. I think she was organizing a stationery too. I fell in love with them, but I couldn't find them on Amazon Italy. I searched everywhere, but nothing. I kind of gave up. But a couple of months ago, I magically stumbled upon them on Google Shopping. A wholesale website was selling them, and I knew I had to get them. I really didn't know how many cubes I needed, so I went for 5, hoping they could hold all those pens. For references, 5 of them plus shipping cost me around 45 euros. As you've seen, the cubes came with those black small clips, and they are meant to let you stack your cubes together, so they won't budge or move around. The whole cube castle is truly sturdy. I was amazed by the quality, and if you take a better look, you can tell that the spaces inside each cube are quite big. I didn't expect them to hold this many markers. At this point, I was 100% sure that 5 cubes were enough for me. The only thing that I can point out is that the infamous tombos protrude a little bit, but it's not a problem for me since my desk is short. It means that the cubes takes less space. I decided to reuse the same method to organize the pens. I went for a color coding. First of all, the final result is the most aesthetic thing you will see. Plus, I always look up for markers based on the color I need and not the brands. Whenever I need to make a bullet journal theme, first I decide the general color palette. that I want. Then I look up for the single colors. This is why organizing the brush pens using colors is much better for me. Let's say I need a green to pair with a brown color. I just have to focus my attention on the green cube until I find the perfect shade, and so on. You will see me leaving some spaces almost empty, for example with the pink section. Some colors are way more bigger in quantity, such as pink, green, blue and purple. So I was forced to use the spaces for each color. I really tried not to mix up colors, even though some of them were really taking up spaces with just a few products. We all know that I'm going to grow my collection more in the future, so I'll just fill the said almost empty sections with more pens. Fun fact, you will think that the colors I mentioned are my fave and this is why I have lots of pens, but nope. Just the pink and the purple ended up being a lot because I bought lots of individual shades. The green and the blue are truly too much for me. Try to notice the amount of green and blue shades inside a pack of markers. They really outstand the other colors. Hence, I ended up with so many of them because brands seems to love them. At the end, I was left with some miscellaneous things and the black and grey shades of markers. I practically don't use these shades anywhere, so I tend to group them together so they take less space as possible. While filling up the section, I realized that I was left with quite some space, so I decided to include even black pens and fine liners. As I have already said in some old videos, I am not a fan of black pens and fine liners. So I own a small amount of them. But I gladly found out that I still had a whole cube left. Yes, I told you that these cubes are magical. Look how many pens they were able to hold. This is why I decided to fill the cube with some stationery that I recently received from a brand called Right Edge Official. Well, I'll leave the link in the info box down below. I didn't have the proper space to organize them in my old stationery holder thing, so they were sitting around and getting kind of my nerves. This is why I was so happy to be able to finally put them somewhere. I received lots and lots of highlighters and some gel pens. I added a particular type of highlighter and the gel pens to the already existing spaces, of course based on the colors. While I organized the left ones in the empty cube based on the type of products. I don't really know if I'll keep this organization in the future, but it will work for now. If you want to see these products in detail, I have unboxed them in one of my last studio vlog. I will put the link up on the screen if you are interested. Moreover, I have used them to create my whole June bullet journal theme, so I leave the link up here or in the info box down below, so you can see them in action. Wow, while chatting we have finished setting up the stationery holder. Now it's time to put everything on the desk and see if this new setup really stepped up the game for me. I think you can already tell that I have much more space to keep other things on my desk, such as my bullet journal, my iPad and my shop archive. I truly am satisfied and happy with my new desk. I have been using it for a while now and my workflow really improved, since it's easier to stay organized and to have a cleaner working space. I hope you have enjoyed the process and the whole video, even though I talked a lot. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe if you want to support me and enjoy lots of more content from me. We will see each other next time. Bye bye and stay safe, guys.